Gun violence in America is on the rise, even if we don't talk about it every single day, with mass shootings after mass shootings occurring across the country.
They say it was a 40-year-old unnamed man with 2 American flags on the back of his truck. Do y'all want to guess who the usual suspect, what color they may be? 2 American flags on the back of his truck. Also set the building on fire, by the way. Okay. This is, again, if a certain group of people would fix their own community and get them in order, right? Instead of worrying about other people, the crime rate in these type of incidences would go down. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He rammed his truck with 2 American flags in the back of it, inside the church, set it on fire, and started pew-pewing people. I mean, this is American flags on the back of the truck. That's all I'm gonna say.
A 40-year-old white man rammed his truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Saint Blanc, Grand Blanc, in Michigan. And this happened while service was going on. He opened fire on the worshipers, set the building on fire, and got into a shootout with police, where he died. And then, y'all, the very next day, a 21-year-old man comes barreling through the barricade in a red car. And surprise, surprise, he had a rifle sitting in the front seat, of course. Now the question is, was this a copycat, a coordinated thing, or just another example of how America breeds violence like it's part of the national diet? Either way, churchgoers are dead, families are broken, and investigators still won't confirm a motive. But here's a fact. This isn't random. This is systemic chaos. It's a symptom, and until we face what's fueling this, which would be white supremacy, extremism, and easy access to guns, then it's gonna keep happening. 2 days and 2 different men? 6 different shootings in what, 78 hours? 48 hours? But no, tell us again how the problem is DEI.
It's being widely reported by independent news sources that it was a Trump supporter who committed this act of violence at this Mormon church. Pictured in Trump t-shirts, a Trump sign on his front lawn. His pickup truck was at the scene of the crime with the big American flags that are meant to intimidate people.
So we found out who the murderer up in Michigan in the LDS church shooting / whatever the hell you call it when they drive a truck up into a church is. So Texas Paul, hope your coffee's as good as mine. Hell, I hope it's better. Just to be clear here, a conservative Mormon gun-toting groiper freak eliminates a third-rate conservative influencer in a horribly heinous way. So the vice president and the president of the United States run around to anybody that'll listen saying that, oh, it's liberals somehow that are responsible for this. Liberals. So Thomas Sanford up in Michigan hears this message, and he happens to be a fan of that third-rate influencer. And he takes his flag festoon truck out of his driveway with the Trump sign on it and drives it into what I can only presume he now thinks is a liberal church, since it's Mormons. They are not liberal. Mormons are highly conservative people. Ask Mitt Romney. And drives his truck into that church and opens fire. And we're still trying to find out how many. Some were reporting 2 people dead. Some people are reporting 3 dead, 8 injured, 9 injured. We don't know how this is going to play out. But I do know that the conservatives are having a problem amongst themselves. And I'm just going to take a step back as a liberal, and I'm going to suggest you, my liberal brothers and sisters, take a step back also and let them sort their shit out.
This is sad, man. This is really sad what type of country we living in. It's like the Wild Wild West out here. We had another mass shooting. You gotta be a sick individual to shoot up a church, man. 4 dead and 8 wounded, and he even burned the motherfucker down, man. Like, this is sickening. To date, we got more mass shootings to date than any year ever. Like, this is getting ridiculous. He shot up a Mormon church in Michigan. Like, this is sickening, man. And the shooter was a U.S. ex-Marine. So he got to be dealing with some type of mental illness issues, even though it's not reported anything.
I'm, of course, talking about the shooting that happened in Grand Blanc, Michigan. Because you know that immediately everybody in the MAGA is going to scream that this was some kind of Antifa terrorist, right? When most of us who know the history know exactly what kind of person it was most likely to be. Because before we knew anything concrete about the shooter, they released a picture of his truck that he plowed into the wall of the Mormon church, which was a truck with 2 gigantic flags sticking out of it. And the only people who ostentatiously display a bunch of flags on their truck in their house are right-wingers. But again, I'm here to just display the facts. The suspect, who was taken down by police shortly after they arrived, was Thomas Jacob Sanford. They describe him as a family man with a wife and kids, and they made sure to mention that his voting information says no known political party affiliation. So remember that going forward as you see all of these MAGA making videos claiming that he's a card-carrying Democrat or something. As of the 5 o'clock press conference, which only lasted a couple minutes, the sheriff said they still don't know the motive of the attack. They searched the guy's house in Burton, which I guess is a town close to Grand Blanc, but they didn't release any other information on him or even if he was a member of that church that he attacked. And at the most recent update by the authorities, 10 people were shot, 2 of them died. Now those are the facts we have at the moment. Everything that I just said is a verifiable fact. He was not a Democrat. He was not even listed as MAGA. He was listed as an unaffiliated voter. However, I'm going to add in my opinion right here. This right here that follows is opinion. I can't help the fact that a few weeks ago, when CK was unalived by Tyler Robinson, of course they all claimed that Tyler Robinson was some kind of hardcore leftist when we found out that he was a conservative, from a conservative MAGA family. But one of the key things is that he was a Mormon. And I even stated before that the whole point of Tyler Robinson being a conservative means that the conservatives are actually fighting each other. And I have this inkling in the back of my head, which of course at this moment is opinion, it is not confirmed, is that it could be possible that this guy blamed the Mormons for Kirk's death, and so he took it out on them. I mean, I hope that's not the case because that would incite some kind of religious war.